people say Thielen fell off. Ooh, we needed that. That's right. Now, all the haters and the losers coming out of the woodwork saying that Adam Jerome Ezekiel Thielen has fell off is like, oh, he's fallen and he can't get up. Please. Thielen is going to have to shoulder the Vikings passing game in 2020 after the Vikes punted on Stephon Diggs. But the question is the Detroit Lakes enthusiast and graduate of Mankato State Community College as he approaches 30, is he still a top 10 receiver? I think it's a fair question. Let's investigate. We already know my answer, but we'll get into it. So, this started off PFF Vikings. Let's again point out, quote, for weeks 1 through 6 before his injury, Adam Thielen was ranked 8th in receiving grade. For the 2018 regular season, he ranked 7th. He's a top 10 receiver, and he's not 10, end quote. And I agree with that. Like, I think that Adam Thielen is still firmly in the top 10. You look at some of the national pundits, especially the fantasy football writers, they'll have Thielen late teens, somewhere in there, and I understand that they're projecting, but, I mean, it's not like he died. I mean, he had a hamstring injury that hampered him in 2019. But now, if you're looking forward, he is the wide receiver 1. He will vacuum up all the targets. He might even be on Michael Thomas's level in terms of just getting massive targets. So my rankings right now for receivers. Let's go Nuke 1, respect the game. Julio 2, still. Bit of a legacy pick, but you know. Chris Godwin 3. Chris Godwin is a bad man. He's legit the wide receiver 1 in Tampa. Respect to Mike Evans, but Godwin is revved up and ready to go. Number 4 is Tyreek Hill. Product of a system, maybe, but it is what it is. Number 5, OBJ. Number 6, Amari. And then I think you could go Thielen. I think Thielen could slide into 7. And then after Thielen is a mix of, target monster Michael Thomas, stupid Michael Thomas in his face, Stephon Diggs, of course, Kenny Golladay, Cortland Sutton you could throw in there, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, I won't be mad at you, Devontae Adams, who's not as good as Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, or Justin Jefferson, I guess to be in that mix too. Yeah, so I think for me, Thielen is firmly in that 7, 8-ish type range. And I think objectively, that makes sense. I think it is apropos. I mean, yes, Thielen did have a rough 2019, but he is still 1 year removed from having a 113 catch, 1,373 yards, and 9 touchdown season, as well as 2 years ago, 2017, second team All-Pro when he went off for 91, 1276, and 4 behind only Nuke, AB, and Julio Jones, who were first team AP All-Pros. And yes, Diggs is gone, but he will receive more cornerback 1 attention. But he's used to that. I mean, this is not a spot where all of a sudden you have a clearly number 2 receiver expected to be a number 1. This is not a Juju Smith-Schuster situation. I mean, Diggs and Thielen were 1A and 1A. So Thielen is perfectly used to being the alpha wide receiver on this team because he's been it before. And yes, Justin Jefferson is absolutely no slouch. I think he'll operate fine from the slot. And so I think number 19 is going to be able to operate on the outside a lot more, where he's done a lot of good work, Dirk McGurk. And also, in terms of the deep threat, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Since 2016, Adam Thielen on throws of 20-plus yards downfield, 37 catches, 1,194 yards, 32.27 yards per catch. Woo! 9 touchdowns, and a 124.57 quarterback rating when thrown at. So I think we're just starting to scratch the surface of what Adam Thielen's going to be. Because Thielen's a pretty quiet dude, but you can tell just like it is got to be eating him up inside how he did last year. Like he's got to be pissed. He's got that massive chip on his shoulder, the same chip that propelled him from being Detroit Lakes to Mankato State University Community College, all the way to being a UDFA tryout. Not even a UDFA tryout. You can see the massive chip on that shoulder yet again. He's going to come in and just tear ish up. I fully do believe it. And even though the Vikings are going to be a run-first team, I could easily see a scenario where Adam Thielen has 170 targets this season, 120 plus catches, 1,400 yards receiving, 10 plus touchdowns, pretty easily. Yeah, because I think that Thielen is going to be just that black hole. He's going to be that neutron giant. Just all the gravitational pull of the Vikings passing game circles around him first, and it's going to be great. I think you're going to have a nice rebound year. And you're going to be talking about Adam Thielen as, is he a top 5 receiver as opposed to a top 10, which he very easily is. Expect big things out of 19 in 2020. Let's go. I'm fired up. Can we do football today? That'd be great. All right, but your thoughts, Adam Thielen bounce back year 2020. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull some in the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull Production Value.